My name is David Ravitz. I am a sophomore at Michigan State University, and I am studying environmental engineering. And this is John Duley, the chairman of the board for the last 20 years for Edgewood Village. So, John, what brought you to East Lansing?
I came here in 1962.
1962. All right, what was going on in that time?
Well, it was an interesting time to come because there were a group of people from Edgewood Church. That was headed by Truman Morrison at that time. A number of people of his church, a number of faculty members, a number of graduate students, campus ministers who were working together to encourage the city council of East Lansing to appoint a human relations commission because they weren't sure that we were being actually free of discrimination practices in the city of East Lansing. Okay. And then in the fall they established a commission and it began its work. Well, as soon as it began its work, the same group of people began to pester them and picket them and petition them and take them petitions from residents saying that discrimination was being practiced in the rental and sale of houses to people of color. And encourage them to recommend to the city council the passage of an ordinance called an open occupancy housing ordinance that would make it illegal for anyone not to sell or rent to people of color. And it wasn't until 11 days after Martin Luther King was assassinated on the 4th of April that they finally did pass the ordinance. So it was in 1968 on the 15th of April that the ordinance became a law. And 64 was Freedom Summer. A lot of MSU students and students from all over the country went to Mississippi to help with voter registration. When we got the approval of the All-University Student Council to run this thing on campus, he said, "You're the Reverend, why don't you call Martin Luther King and come and launch this program?" So I do what I'm told. And I wrote him an airmail special delivery letter and telling him about this project and said, "I will call your office in 7 days to 10 days to see if you're willing to come." Well, I called him, the secretary said, "Dr. King is coming to be with you on the 7th of February.
Oh, wow.
And 4,000, the auditorium seats 3,400, 4,000 students bought tickets. We had to open the Fairchild Theater curtain so people could be in Fairchild and take advantage of his being here. The most powerful thing that ever happened on this campus. And that was the thing that launched this program in Mississippi. So that's kind of a quick thumbnail sketch of the history of the Civil Rights Movement in East Lansing. And it's a powerful story because 4 good things came out of that are still with us. Edgewood Village grew out of that. Well, the Peace and Justice program is still going. New politics with Lynn John Duley, Dave Hollister, Earl Nelson, all came out of that with a new intention of doing politics in a way that was for the benefit of the people. And the 4th thing was a crisis intervention center called the Listening Ear, which still functions today.
What do they do?
Well, you call if you're going to commit suicide and you say, "I'm having problems," and they help you out, find out some resources that help you get over the rough spots.
Right.
So you've got those 4 institutions that came out of the struggle.
Exactly.
So that's kind of the history and this thumbnail sketch of what went on in 62 through 68. And then after that, it's these continuing impacts of these agencies is what's so remarkable.
Oh yeah, definitely. It sounds like there was a very lasting impact on the community, which is a very positive thing, definitely. But that's not the only thing you've done. You've also helped create this building, this LEED certified building. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's another good story. This building is certified for leadership in energy and environmental design. Mm-hmm. And it's designed to be a very efficient building. It heats itself. The sun heats it in the wintertime. Okay. And it's got an air change system that changes the air because it's so tightly built, it won't breathe. Right. And also it has a 3,200 gallon reservoir collecting rainwater off the roof that enables us to water our community garden without having to pay anything for the water. That's awesome. And it also generates 65 solar panels on the roof that generates more energy than much more energy than we use, and we sell it directly to Consumer Energy for 20 cents a kilowatt hour.
Wow.
And we have a contract with them for 15 years. Over the 15 years, we will earn $45,000 to $60,000 selling them electricity we generate in addition to what we use.
Right.
And that would more than pay for the solar panels on the roof.
Wow, yeah, you make your money back like that.
You have, and here, a wonderful example of green building with a very small carbon footprint in the environment. Doesn't make any smoke, no noise, it just generates electricity day after day as long as the sun shines.
That's awesome. That's actually what I kind of want to get into, is creating buildings like this that are LEED certified and that help out the environment and are eco-friendly. So that's awesome that you started that in this community. So hopefully others can follow in your footsteps.
Well, it's been a great pleasure. I mean, I've just been in the right place at the right time, I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was glad to have the chance to tell the story.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm afraid it's going to get forgotten.
Right. Well, it's good that we get to share the experience with people of the younger generation, so they know how it came to be.
All right. Great.
Excellent.